I'm here with actor Justin Baldoni. How are you? Thank you for meeting up.
I'm good. High five.
Today's a big day for you, the Jane the Virgin finale, second season, and also your new app Belly Bump is launching.
Yes.
A lot going on.
A lot going on today. Good day.
Yeah. Here in New York for the upfronts.
Yeah, in our beautiful hotel lobby of the restaurant. Can you hear me? Do
I can.
Do I need to be like this?
Yeah. You'll look very pensive in thought. So, when did you first decide that you wanted to be an actor? I know you were in school you were in sports and kind of got sidelined. So what made you decide to do this full time?
Well, it's funny, I never thought that I could be an actor. I was kind of an ugly duckling, and so I never had the confidence that I would one day grow up to be an actor on a show. It was never in my psyche. I was an athlete. I tore my hamstring. I ended up going to college for track still, but I couldn't run. And I got my heart broken when I was like 19, and I moved to LA, and I slept on my dad's couch. He had an office in Beverly Hills, like the Wilshire corridor area, and it was just one empty room with a couch. He wasn't there very often. And I slept on that couch, and I moved in there, and it was in that building that I met a manager who thought I was an actor and offered to try to help.
So it was fate then.
Yeah, I guess a mix of fate and a secret longing that I probably would have never acknowledged because
What was your first professional credit? Was that Young the Restless?
My first professional credit was Wedding Days.
Okay.
It was a Hallmark movie with John Larroquette where I played an Italian photographer who married his daughter. I was 20, so 12 years ago.
And then you played a sleazy photographer on The Bold and the Beautiful as well. So
then I later played a sleazy photographer on The Bold and the Beautiful, and yeah.
But your first major recurring role was on Everwood as Reed. What was that like to book that role?
Yeah, so that was really cool. That was I was 21. And I'd been acting for maybe 7 or 8 months, and I had no idea what I was doing. I think I thought I was better than I was, and it's funny what age does to you. And now I know I'm not nearly as good as I want to be, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, I'll never forget, man. I auditioned at least 4 or 5 times. They kept bringing people back to test against me because I don't think I looked very WB. And it was great, man. It was my first regular role. I did 15 episodes, I think, that year. It was a big moment,
And your character also had a big arc in what ended up happening to him.
Yeah, they ended up giving him he was battling depression, bipolar, and he ended up trying to kill himself at the end of the year, which was a really cool thing. It was my first time getting to talk about an issue like that. And that's a big issue, and it's a bigger issue now than it was then.
Right. Yeah. And now that wouldn't be the first time you would go into doing public service announcements and being, we'll get to that later though. So after that, what was your focus, and did you have a specific genre that you wanted to stay in?
So after that, I kind of, as an actor, I think you start to, when you get a show, I think that you start to expect that you're just going to get another show, or another job's around the corner, or you'll be fine and you'll become famous, or whatever it was, and that was not the case for me. I jumped off Everwood and nothing happened. I couldn't get a job. I actually went, after Everwood, I probably went a year without working, which was great because I think it's important that we manage kind of the expectations that come with minor celebrity. In my case, very minor celebrity, but just being a working actor, because it's a gift, and there are millions of people that want to do this job, and to come off and expect that you're just going to start working again, it's a harsh reality, man. It's hard out there. So it was good because it humbled me. I think, because when you're 21 and you get some success, it goes to your head quickly. And then I just started doing whatever I could to work. and I started directing at the same time. That's when I started directing. I started doing music videos, things that I really cared about. And I realized I think I loved it more than acting. So when I wasn't acting, I was trying to direct something. And then I had a cool little music video career that blossomed.
Yeah.
And then commercials. And then at one point, acting just was so slow, I left. Because it didn't feel like it was working for me anymore. I didn't feel like anybody really wanted to represent me. I was kind of in the middle, in my mid to late 20s. It didn't really, no one really knew if I was older or younger, what ethnicity I was.
Right.
There wasn't really a home for me, but I felt the home for me was behind the camera. And that's where I could be the best, servant of humanity as possible.
And you founded Wayfarer Entertainment.
Yeah.
And you've done some really beautiful work with that. One of them, My Last Days, is absolutely such an amazing thing to do. Uncomfortable to watch a little, but absolutely amazing. What's that been like for you?
So I started Wayfarer around the time my commercial career started, directing commercials. And I realized that, we're only here for a short time. If you think about the history of the world, billions of years old. What's 100 years, or 90 or 80? So I wanted to do something important with my life and my work. And as a Baha'i, I believe that our work needs to be a form of service. And so I started Wayfarer Entertainment, with a friend of mine, and we started creating shows like My Last Days. And the idea for My Last Days came from a quote in the Baha'i writings that says, "I've made death a messenger of joy. Wherefore dost thou grieve?" So it's this idea of like, why are you crying? It's supposed to be joyful. The problem is it's joyful when we're there.
Right.
We are the ones that are grieving the loss of our loved ones. And this idea that death can be joyful really kind of threw me for a loop, because I was, we don't know anything except this world. So I wanted to learn. And I've always been fascinated with what it means to die. Just like I've been fascinated with birth. It's just such a huge transition, and it's going to happen to all of us, but we don't know when.
Yeah.
So I set out to make this documentary series following people around that were dying, to see if it could inform the way that I lived and inform the way that our viewers lived. And it turned out to be a big success, man. This little tiny digital web show became one of the most watched documentaries online ever.
That's amazing.
And now we're going to take it hopefully to TV. We'll see what happens.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of TV, you have enjoyed 2 seasons as Raphael Solano on Jane the Virgin. Took off. Could you ever have thought when you were filming the pilot, or?
No, never would have thought that. First of all, I would have never thought that I'd be a regular on a hit show. In my dreams, yeah. I think every actor, they hope for moments like this, even, just that somebody even wants to hear what the hell I have to say, or my story, because everybody has a story. So I never would have imagined that I would be so lucky to be on a show that people watch and that they like. I just coming out of my car and taking pictures with fans, and they know your name. It still blows me. I keep forgetting. I'm with my wife, and I'm like, I keep forgetting that people know me, or that I'm on a show, because for me it's fun. It's not work. Like, for me, it's like it's a joy to get to go and say these lines and play this character. Like, most people I know would do it for free if they could. So yeah, man, never would have imagined it.
And what do you like best about playing Raphael? I know tonight's the big finale, so I don't know what you want to spill about that, or...
What I love about playing Raphael is that he's a character that learns. He doesn't repeat the same thing over and over again. He's trying to be the best person that he can be, and it shows. And the writers are really great about giving him that opportunity to change and to grow and to develop. I love this character. He's complex, but simple at the same time. He's got a huge heart, but he's never had permission to use it. And now he does. He's fallen in love with Jane. Crazy things have happened to him, but he bounces back up, and he shows, that he's a good dad, and he's willing to roll with the punches. And I just love him. He's a great character.
He is a great character. One of the great things about that show is you're in a love triangle, sort of, but it's also kind of a quadrangle.
Yeah.
With everyone involved.
It is. It's a it's a love quadrangle.
I think that's a testament to the actors, that all of you on the show are so likable. There's very hard to root for one or the other.
Yeah.
I know in the
I think it's really a testament to Brett, who plays Michael, because it would have been very easy for people to just go straight to Team Raphael, because it's like this thing happens, it's a mistake, and they're going to be, you know, she had a crush on him, he's the father, so it's all set up that way. And then Michael's so damn good, Brett's so damn good and likable. I think, yeah, it's been a really cool thing to see the fans split. It's awesome.
What I found funny was everybody on the first season DVD, everybody wanted to see Michael even use it. Poor Raphael.
Poor Raphael. Poor Raphael. You got to root for the underdog.
You got it. Now, today you're launching your new app, Belly Bump.
Belly Bump.
What inspired you to do that?
So when my wife was pregnant, I wanted to make a time-lapse movie of her growing belly. I'd seen a few and I thought they were really cool. But they're really hard to make. We have to take the photo every day in the same place. It's got to be the same size. There wasn't a way that I could see the day's photo before, so I could line it up perfectly, and I kept forgetting. So I was like, you know what? I think this could be useful for a lot of women. I mean, it's such an exciting time being pregnant, and it's cool for men to be involved in their wives' pregnancy. So I thought, let's build this app. Let's create it. So I called two of my buddies, one of whom is a father as well, and one of my best friends, Travis Van Winkle. And we decided to be 3 Men and a Baby app. And the app helps women capture and share their pregnancy via time lapses in a really fun, unique way. So you can set up how you want to take a photo, and then there's an outline that teaches you, and then the next day you can line it up to match the photo perfectly, and then whenever you're ready, you press a button and it exports into a time lapse.
And I'm pretty confident in saying that you're probably your most favorite role and your best role is that of a father and a husband. You have a beautiful daughter and a beautiful wife. What's that been like? Obviously it's wonderful, but how has that changed you?
Grounding, because none of this stuff matters. You know, none of it matters. It doesn't matter how many people watch my show or awards or none of press interviews, none of it, because at the end of the day I have a wife and I have a daughter, and they need their husband and their dad. So that's grounding is definitely better. And being able to come back, because this whole thing is not real. You know, none of it's real. Celebrity isn't real. It's just so fickle, and it's fleeting. And to be able to come back and be like, wow, I'm going to be your dad until I'm not here anymore. Like, that's where it's at, man. That's what life's about.
100%. I agree with you. What has been one of the most surprising things for you about being a dad?
The most surprising thing about being a dad for me, I think, has been how comfortable I am with it. I think I was always meant to be a dad. It's just so fun to see her change and grow every day. I just hope that I'm going to be able to impart, wisdom through action and not through words.
Well, the actions that you portray, obviously you have a lot of philanthropic work that you do, and I think she'll be pretty proud of you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Justin, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, man. Great
It's a real
questions.
pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.